that this current regime is hiding a lot of things. They have failed completely. That's why they have time to exchange even with the former president. Because I see some people say that the president had retired, he should not meddle into these issues. He's the contributor of all the problems that we are facing, that he needs to go home and retire peacefully and keep quiet. To me, I think this is not right, this is not well, and it is also unconstitutional because everybody has a right of speech, regardless of your level, regardless of your color or even tribe. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this channel. If this is your first time, thank you for joining us. So in this video, I want to analyze or talk about the issue of former President Uhuru Kenyatta versus President William Ruto, who is the current President of the Republic of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of exchange between President William Ruto and former President Uhuru Kenyatta until it has reached to a point whereby the president has raised his voice and claimed that it is like there are people who doesn't want him to talk about the issues affecting this country. As you can see on the screen, those are former president's statements. So, ladies and gentlemen, does it mean that once you have retired from being the president of the Republic of Kenya, then you have got no authority to talk about matters affecting the country? Because to me, it seems like the current regime, the regime of President William Ruto, does not want a retired president Uhuru Kenyatta to talk about the affairs of this country. And if this is the case, the question is, where has this come from? Because in the past, we have seen former presidents weigh into the issues about governance, about economic, and about the lives of Kenyans. Because I believe the president, that is former President Uhuru Kenyatta, is a Kenyan. He has been at the helm of leadership of this country, and he has a right to talk about matters affecting this country. I know you will castigate me and say that the problems, some of the problems that you are facing or that we face as a country has been created by President Uhuru Kenyatta. But does that warrant a call for him not to speak about matters and issues that affects our land? So, it seems like the current regime, as led by President William Ruto, wants to put off the former president from the matters and from the issues that this country is facing as at now. And to me, it is only a clear indication that whatever is happening in the current regime, as headed by none other than President William Ruto and his team, it seems like they know that whatever they are doing is not right. Because there has been a lot of cry from all factions of Kenyans. There is a lot of problems that Kenyans are facing, and some of the challenges can be solved by this regime. But it seems the cry of Kenyans is only falling on the deaf ears, and there is no action that needs to be taken. The question is, should the president be given an opportunity to talk about the issues affecting this country, or is that also meddling? For example, the issues of SHA, the cost of living, lack of employment, empty promises that are being given every day and are not fulfilled. And if the former president talks about them, then he is put off, or they say that he should not talk about matters affecting this country. President Uhuru Kenyatta once worked with President William Ruto, and William Ruto was his deputy. So I don't see any problem former president talking about the current affairs of this country, because number one, he is a Kenyan. Number two, he deserves to participate and to contribute on issues and matters affecting this country. I think the president needs to be given respect. He needs to be given opportunity to talk about issues affecting this country. And if this regime is right with everything that they are doing, then why should they stop President Uhuru Kenyatta about talking the issues affecting this country? Ladies and gentlemen, please, what do you think about this issue? About between President William Ruto and the former President Uhuru Kenyatta? Should Uhuru Kenyatta talk about matters of this country, or should he be put off as the current regime wants to do it? And will they succeed in doing that? Because to me, I don't think if President Uhuru Kenyatta will keep quiet and see bad things happen in this country as they have been happening. Remember, the cost of living is an issue in this country. Lack of employment, jobs were promised, close to millions of jobs. We have not seen those jobs. And the services that are offered by this government, these are the issues that Kenyans are grappling with. And if the former president is asking questions, then he is branded as someone who is meddling into the affairs of this country. So, is it fair for President Ruto and his brigade to stop or to gag former President Uhuru Kenyatta? Please drop in your view, drop in your comment at the comment section. Otherwise, don't go without liking this video, and at the same time, subscribe to this channel for more videos to come.